other race is getting the benefit from our dollars and building economic wealth for their communities at our expense. Those days are over. We are taking that $1.5 trillion for our...
So if any of y'all have never noticed, industries like hotels, motels, corner stores, and tire shops are owned mostly and ran mostly by Arabs. But the thing that I notice every time I go into each of these establishments, they always have older black men in these subservient roles running around like chickens with their head cut off, serving their business and serving them. So I wondered to myself, why is it that every time I step into one of these businesses, I see an old black man or old black woman bending over backwards, running around like a chicken with their head cut off, serving these people's businesses? If you do your research, you'll see that Arabs were actually the first people involved in the African slave trade back in the 15th century. But in school, all they wanted to tell you about is the white people that enslaved us, when in actuality, almost every other culture on this earth has benefited off our enslavement. And every time I would see this, it would never sit well in my spirit. I would tell myself, damn, this is giving me slave vibes right here. But in actuality, that's what it is. It's way deeper than surface level.
I'm boycotting all Asian businesses. And I said it with my blood clot chest.
A lot of these Arabs be setting up in the African American communities, y'all, and they be scamming our people, especially our elderly people who don't know no better, who don't have transportation, who have to walk to these stores. These people literally be changing their prices, y'all, like it ain't nothing. It's literally tripled in some cases. Now, I shop at a chicken mart here in the city of New Orleans, and more recently I've started seeing different price changes, stuff that I have been getting for a while. And I know the economy is going up, but like one day I'll go in there and it'll be one price, the next day I'll go in there and it'll be another price, and it'll fluctuate. So I just can't imagine the elderly people that's going to these Arab stores, these gas stations, these chicken marts, whatever type of establishment they have set up in the impoverished communities. They price gouging.
In every black community, you have a Pakistani or an Indian-owned convenience store attached to the gas station. You got an Arab-owned, you buy, we fry, fish, steak, frog legs, something spot. You have a Vietnamese-owned nail tech spot. You have a Korean-owned beauty supply house. You have a Jewish or Caucasian-owned payday loan spot. Question, does any of them live where they get money? So you telling me they come and suck the economic blood from our community, take the wealth and go out there with white people or themselves and live somewhere else and make that community better, but get all of our money and do nothing to make ours better? You never even have seen none of the beauty supply houses, none of these foreign-owned entities support even the Pop Warner Football League or the basketball team or the Little League Baseball. You never even seen their names on the jerseys before. So they do nothing for us. So we live in a colony right now, brother, and not a community. See, a colony is whenever you have a environment where the people that own the property and the businesses don't live in the environment.
And extract everything out of it.
But a community is when the people that live in the environment own the property and the business and reinvest in that area because they are benefiting from it and they want to increase the value of it. We're letting them get all of our stuff, all of our wealth, and they go in and add value to somewhere else. So we can't become a neighborhood again without keeping a dollar among ourselves. We got it. We got the money. We just have to be wise in distributing it. And we should be willing to pay a little bit more and drive a little bit farther to support our brothers and our sisters.
Hello lovelies, welcome back to today's episode. Black Americans, when you try to see this time around, they are trying to boycott all those Asian stores, those Arab stores, because there is no anywhere they are going to keep spending their dollar where they are not needed. How come? You all know this, all these Asian Americans, most of them are anti-blackness, and yet they try their best level to bring all their businesses, their investment in the black community. How come you would bring a business in a community when you know you don't want those people, you don't like them? Does it make sense? Guys, let's dive into this episode. Drop your thought in the comment section. Then you'll come back with more commentaries.
I haven't been to an Asian beauty supply store since Stop Asian Hate. And I know what y'all about to say. Oh, it's not all Asian people, right? But in my experience, living where I live, Asian stores have been anti-black and racist towards black people. And that's not a what if, that's a fact. I've literally experienced that. I've experienced being followed around. I experienced being stared at and looked at weird and rushed. I've experienced those things. So I haven't been supporting Asian businesses since then. Okay. It wasn't hard for me to stop going to Target because I really didn't go anyway. But Walmart, it was kind of hard because I used to go all the time. But I stopped going to Walmart. So if I could stop going to Walmart, y'all can stop going to Walmart. What else? Yeah, that's been my way of protesting and boycotting and spending my money in places where it better serves me. And I've just been mostly buying groceries and cooking things. I've been in an Asian restaurant probably twice since that Stop Asian Hate thing. And that wasn't of my own free, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was somebody else that wanted to go in there. So that's what I'm saying. That's my way of doing it. Y'all can respect it. Y'all can't respect it. You know, again, I'm not saying it's all Asian people that do these things, but from what I'm seeing, from my perspective, is a good chunk. So that's what I'm doing.
Black people, this is what they don't want you to see. And I don't care who gets mad at me for pointing this out. Look at this. 6 hours our black dollars stay in the black community. Look at the comparison between our community and every other race. Our own black dollars don't stay in our own black community for a full day before it leaves to every other race. It's currently in 2021, look at this, $1.5 trillion. Every other race is getting the benefit from our dollars and building economic wealth for their communities at our expense. Those days are over. We are taking that $1.5 trillion for ourselves. Of course, we need to support black-owned businesses, but our unity is going to bring back this money into our control. So we have a national black treasury that already exists. Black people can start putting our money collectively into a national treasury where we can buy land and farm and end the suffering of our people. Follow me for more because I'm going in on this topic.
What's going on, y'all? So I want to talk to y'all about something that I see in the black community that don't sit well with me. So if any of y'all have never noticed, industries like hotels, motels, corner stores, and tire shops are owned mostly and ran mostly by Arabs. But the thing that I notice every time I go into each of these establishments, they always have older black men in these subservient roles running around like chickens with their head cut off, serving their business and serving them. So I wondered to myself, why is it that every time I step into one of these businesses, I see an old black man or old black woman bending over backwards, running around like a chicken with their head cut off, serving these people's businesses? If you do your research, you'll see that Arabs were actually the first people involved in the African slave trade back in the 15th century. But in school, all they wanted to tell you about is the white people that enslaved us, when in actuality, almost every other culture on this earth has benefited off our enslavement. And every time I would see this, it would never sit well in my spirit. I would tell myself, damn, this is giving me slave vibes right here. But in actuality, that's what it is. It's way deeper than surface level. So then you got to ask yourself, how is it that one group of people who are not from this country can come here and gain more resources and more assets than the people who are the descendants of the slaves that built this country on their backs? You got to make that make sense. I'm honestly starting to think that we're going to become a permanent underclass if we aren't one already. Because how is it that we are the majority in most of our cities, but we own nothing in the cities that we live in? We have to. It is important. 2023 and beyond, we got to start practicing group economics. This is the only way we are going to ever catch up or ever have any power or resources in this country. We got to stop letting white mommy and white daddy doing all the lifting, and we got to stop letting Arab people make all the money while we sit back and play all day. We got to stop mass promoting to black people that the only way that you can amass wealth in this country is by producing sweat, by means of running up and down the field, running up and down the court, or running around the stage. And while we doing that, running around producing sweat, every other culture is making money off of us. We got to start owning things, as simple as that. I don't care what none of these fake entrepreneurship gurus that told you this. And I feel like they low-key been put into the black community to keep us from acquiring ownership, telling us to own nothing and control everything. No, we need to own things in this country, because when you don't own anything, you don't control anything. If we come together and do for self and practice group economics, we can actually have wealth and power in this country, and we will no longer be the tail and we will become the head. That's all I gotta say about that, man. Peace.
We need to support Black-owned businesses, but our unity is going to bring back this money into our control. So we have a national Black treasury that already exists. Black people can start putting our money collectively into a national treasury where we can buy land and farm and end the suffering of our people. Follow me for more because I'm going in on this topic.
This response here is something I said about Black power and Black influence, okay? I'm going to give you one simple example how powerful the Black community in America is. Just retail spending power. That coin, that money is power. Now look at this. Right here on top of Google, the African American population, yes, historically held an extremely powerful position in the retail marketplace, excuse me. Look at this. You guys, the Black community, known to drive trends across food, beauty, media, and more. Okay, this is just one aspect of Black power. Look at this. The projected reach by 2024 is 1.8 trillion. That's a T, y'all. $1.8 trillion. $1.8 trillion. Part of this thread here, I stated that Blacks in America, yes, African Americans, they can create or destroy any company in the United States of America if they wanted to, if they acted collectively. $1.8 trillion is no freaking joke.
Hey, let's talk about something real today. Did you know that 70% of the Black dollar is spent on luxury goods? Yeah, you heard that right. But here's the thing. The problem is our money isn't circulating at all in our community. We making all these brands rich, buying high-end clothes, shoes, and cars. But meanwhile, Black businesses, they're struggling to stay afloat. The Black dollar circulates within our community for only 6 hours compared to that of other communities where money circulates for days, even weeks. So why isn't our money staying in our community? The answer lies in where we spend and what we prioritize. Instead of building wealth and supporting our own, too much of our spending power goes outside. It's time to change that narrative. Imagine if we shifted even a fraction of that luxury spending to Black-owned businesses, to investments, or to creating generational wealth, we'd be unstoppable. Now, truth is, the luxury goods might make us feel good today, but they won't build a future for our families or our communities. Circulating our dollar within the Black community means we invest in ourselves. It means more jobs, more businesses, and more wealth for us. Let's start rethinking how we spend. Next time, ask yourself, is this helping me or my community grow? Because at the end of the day, wealth is power, and it's time we start using it wisely.
My goal is to always keep the dollar in our community. I'm not going to lie, I was really worried that since my regular waxer wasn't there, I didn't know who she was going to, set me up with. And, I did not want to be dealing with some clueless, MAGA hat wearing knucklehead. I'll just put it like that. And so when I saw her, I was like, ooh, I couldn't tell if she was Hispanic or if she was Black or biracial. I couldn't tell. But then our conversation started and it was great. And I found out quickly what she was. It was a match made in heaven. Is to always keep the dollar in our community. That is my number one goal. And so while I can't do that with everything, I do that with as much as I can. And when it comes to services, that is what I really try hard to do. I want to keep the dollar circulating in our community. And to do that is to give that money to people who look like me. So that will always be my number one goal. Far too many people who look like this do it without even thinking about it. So don't get mad at me because I put thought into the fact that I'm doing that.
Child, y'all better pay attention to what's happening right now. Cracker Barrel, struggling. Target, struggling. Hospitals, shutting down. Why? Because the white dollar by itself won't keep these companies afloat. And while they play DEI, baby, they need our talent, ingenuity, and brilliance. And when Black folks start pulling back their talent, their time, child, struggling. And we already seen what happened to Target. And when we start pulling our money back, baby, they gonna find out. See, what some white folks don't understand is this. Black people are a gift. Our ingenuity, our creativity, our brilliance. It's been the lifeline of this country. We've poured into it, even when this country gave us nothing in return. And let's not forget our buying power. Our buying power hit over $1.7 trillion in 2023. Baby, that's not pocket change. That's why we see these corporations chase us when they need us. But the second they're done, baby, they toss us to the side. And that's why I don't care if Cracker Barrel puts a poster of Barack Obama up. Baby, I'm still not eating there. And I don't care if Carnival Cruises comes crawling back talking about we love diversity. I see the game. I won't be back. And Target, let me be real clear. The last time I stepped foot in that store was the last time. Period. Y'all don't get to play in our faces. Use us when it's convenient, then toss us aside. Not anymore. Because above all, this country understands the dollar sign. And it's time we start reserving ours for us. That's why I keep saying Black love, Black unity, Black strategy, Black community. Because, baby, we need to build our own infrastructures from soup to nuts so we won't be out here begging for a seat at their table anymore. Baby, those days are over.
Oh my God. I had this thought before, but now we're just going to speak about it. You know, they want the black dollar. Y'all remember when a lot of Black women creators were posting the darkest shade of these brands who just didn't get it right the first time? You know, they want the black dollar. They also want the black rage. They also want your anger. They also want to energy harvest off you. They want to get you out of character. They want to pull on your heartstrings because you don't deserve peace, though they deserve your dollar. You don't deserve inclusion, though they deserve your dollar. Y'all keep on keeping on. They showed you the first time. I need us to start listening. Okay.
When you try to see Black Americans coming out to say they are boycotting this Asian store, this Arab store, it is something really good people need to understand, because there is no any way these Asian Americans will come down in America, try to invest their money, try to spread their businesses in the Black community, and yet they don't want to value these Black people. Does it even make any sense? You are spreading all those restaurants, gas station here and there, your store. And when Black people come to buy for you, you don't even give them good service. You don't value them. You will see them as a trash. You are even anti-Blackness. You have that big level of hatred and racism in you, and yet you want them to keep bringing their dollar in your store and to make you rich and rich each and every time. No wonder when you try to see Black Americans this time around, they are starting to realize that where they've been spending their money, it's no longer necessary, it's no longer a good decision. They need to look a way to come together to start to look the way they need to invest their money among themselves. A lot of people kept saying, how come these things are going to work when we are not yet see Black businesses all over our places? But when you try to see, we are talking about don't spending your dollar where you are not needed. We have small local Black business owners here and there. There is no anywhere whenever you want to buy something, you are saying you can't buy it because there is no any Black store. Black stores are all over. When you make your schedule where to buy, immediately I know you are going to get where you'll be buying your things, because this Asian, this Arab people you keep take your man to, they don't want even know you. They don't want even value you. These people, even they are clever. They will open their businesses. They will employ Black Americans in those stores so that they will keep attract these Black people to buy for them. But this time around, when the Black Americans are saying are done, this is something they are going to make it work if they keep pushing something like this. If they come to unite together. How come we are talking about it? Black, they spend their money across Black community 6 hours. When they go to spend money 30 days in those Asian, in those white store, does it even make any sense? If you are saying black business investment are not each and everywhere, people may even come together. They may unite, they invest. They may unite together, they make a supermarket, a store, a black store, and so that the people will come and buy for them. Even if it's a gas station, black people, good investors, they may come together, they make those gas stations so that they could attract black people. Instead to see these Arabs, these Asian people keep taking money out of you. When we are talking about boycotting this Asian Arab business in the black community, this is something each and everyone may make it possible. There is no anything impossible. You have seen that the black dollar is very powerful. Go and ask those Walmart, go and ask those Target, those big corporate, those Home Depot. They are crying till death because since last year, November, black Americans came out in a big number to boycott their businesses. Till date, they are crying because they tried their best level to attract back black dollar, but it was never the same. If we are talking black Americans boycotting this Asian store, it's also something really possible if people willingly to do it. Support black business owners, even it's African diaspora. Support each and everything which is connected to black people. When your black people is rich, don't worry. Even if they don't come out to help you, but you'll be proud to say that at least we have 5 big billionaires, trillionaires in America which are black investors in our country. Even though we can see something may change as time goes by, but there will be a big improvement as time goes by. When we are talking about these Arabs, you remember the history of Arabs. These Arabs, they're the one who came out in a big number to store these African Americans from Africa. They took them in this slavery. Though it's not this generation, but it was their ancestors, because they grew up telling them that black people are nothing, they are trash. No wonder they went ahead to colonize them, to make each and everything miserable for them. And yet till that they went in America following them, and they brought each and every business in their community. Does even make any sense? And you are just going there to buy for them. You are passing by African or black business. You are just going to buy for them, and yet you are not even needed there. People need to wake up. This century, people need to wake up. When you are spending your money wisely, spending your money where it's needed, where you feel comfortable, where you are convinced to spend your money. Even if in your black community there is the adding of $5, just add that $5, go and buy for them. You will lift them. Next time they are going to make each and everything possible for you. They are going to invest massively in your community. But when you keep ignore them, saying, oh, black people, I can't buy for them, they are stubborn, they don't have each and everything I need, their price is very high. No, when we are talking about solidarity, it's not easy to make solidarity. You need to sacrifice. If you keep saying, I can't buy for them, the price is high, and another one is saying something like this, how are you going to achieve your decision of unity? How are you going to keep your black dollar among you? How are you going to keep that circulation of black dollar among black investors? If you are saying something like this, you need to make a sacrifice to make it happen. When the people are saying, boycott this Asian store, boycott this Asian product, these women products from these Asian people, just go in the black community. Invest them in those salon. Don't go in those Asian salon, in nail salon. Go in the black salon. At least, even if it's $100, just go and support your black people. Go and support your black investors. No matter how things are hard, but try to support them. Because these colonizers you are keep taking your money to, no one will ever recognize you. Either you are broke, either you are retiree, no one is going to support you. But your black people, although you become broke, they will recognize you that you've been a customer to them. They may help you in one way or the other. You never know. But when you keep saying, I'm buying in Walmart, I'm buying in a white store, I don't care. No, no, no. If you really want to change, and the change should come from you, you need to start one by one. You need to start to show the courage that you can do things and you make things work. It has been for so long, Black Americans kept coming out to make things work. No wonder these days they fear them. They are always concerned about them. They are always checking on you. If these white people, they could have courage to check on you each and every time, it's because they know your power. They know your strength. They know what you are capable of doing. When you keep making them rich and richer, you are killing your community. You are killing your future generation to achieve each and everything. And yet, when we are here talking about the Black history, how each and everything started, how each and everything is still hurting people in nowadays, how the system is built to go against the Black people, and you are the one who can't come out to make a decision to make things work from your family to another family, from your house to another house. Who do you think is going to make things happen? Who do you think is going to bring change for you? This former President Obama has said, the change will come from you. Don't wait other people to bring changes. Start inside from you. And this is what people are trying to do. Guys, let me know what you think today's episode. Drop your thought in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in my next episode.